On the show this week, we have Chikarangappa, young golfer from India.
Then I didn't have ball. I used to play with these tennis balls or these fruits, whatever was in the ground. And then one day, actually, I stole 2 balls from the driving range, and that's how I started.
And in news, Chikarangappa wins the India Masters 2014 at Eagleton, and Rahil Ganji tied 6th at the Taiwan Masters.
What a beautiful tee off, Chikarangappa. Welcome to Tea Time.
Thank you.
So let's start off. Firstly, you did not even use a tee to tee off. How come?
Generally, that's how I play. I generally don't use the tee on par 3s.
Right.
And I like to play off the deck.
Oh, really? And
Yeah.
what about a longer yard? So for par 5 and...
For par 5s, I do use tees for drivers because you need loft. So I generally use for woods tees. Otherwise, on par 3s, I generally like to keep it played from the ground so that I can compress the ball a lot more better and probably have a better shot and hit it closer.
So let's start off with your early beginnings now. Here where we stand at the Eagleton Golf Course, really.
Yeah.
You're born somewhere around the village, which is right next door, isn't it?
Yeah, it's absolutely, that's where I born. And it was very close to my village, and then I just heard Eagleton coming up, and that's what I heard, and that's how I came in here. I saw the hole number 14th.
Right.
And as I walked in, I saw a guy just standing on one of this tee box like this and having a stick. It looked quite similar to hockey, but then he just standing there, and then he had to put a tee, and then the ball was in the air. So I was like, it looks like ball is in the air. So I was kind of got surprised on that, and he just was swinging so hard. He was just trying to hit it as hard as he can, and then that's when as I looked at that game, it was completely different sport from whatever I have seen at that particular
So you were
age.
fascinated.
And as I saw, I really liked it. I loved the way how that guy was making a swing, and then when he was hitting the ball.
Really? And then what happened then? You were 9 and you went back home and you had to obviously go back to school.
Yeah, absolutely. That was the thing. And then I used to come here on weekends to work, and then as I used to work at the driving.
When you were
range
9 years old?
Yeah. So I used to just come in here probably on weekends and probably earn something, and probably I could take care of even my studies.
Right.
And probably give some for my family also. That's how I started.
So how did you initiate a dialogue with the golf course that you wanted to do all of this?
The thing is that when I came here, so I just learned by seeing people how they used to hit the ball and all. So then I just started when I used to go back home. One day I just went to my land and just cut a tree, and which was quite similar to like a golf stick, and made it like a golf stick, and then I used to play with it. And then I didn't have ball. I used to play with these tennis balls or these fruits, whatever was in the ground. And then one day, actually, I stole 2 balls from the driving range.
Really?
And that's how I started, just started playing in my village.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And the rest, as they say, is history. Then you started, of course, becoming a good caddy here, and, obviously learnt quite a bit and found a coach in Wwatch, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. That's how I found it. One day I was just hitting balls in the corner of the driving range, and he just saw me there and then just called me up. But I was working, so I got really scared, when he just called me up, because I thought, he's the head coach over here, and I thought he's just called me to, scold me or something, because I'm not supposed to do that. I'm not supposed to play there or something. And then he called me up and then said, you really got a good swing, and why didn't you start playing? And that's when he said, but that time language was the biggest problem. I knew only my mother tongue, which was Kannada. I didn't know English or Hindi. So that was the main reason. That's where I couldn't understand. So I called one of my friends and told him, can you explain to me what Mr. Devach is saying? Then as he explained to me, that's how I understood that, okay, he's offering me that, do you mind, you want to start golf? So then I said, this is what I want to do. But it's difficult for me. I'm from a very humble, poor family background. I can't afford it. He said, just start, let's see how things goes around. So that's how I started.
Hold on to that thought. I'll tee off and we continue talking.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a good shot there.
Okay, so let's talk about when did you realize now, during 9, when you were 9, you obviously realized that you wanted to work for golf, and 13 you got your first golf set. So at what point did you realize you wanted to be a professional golfer, and how did your parents really take to a thought like that?
See, first thing is that I never thought that I would become a professional golfer, to be honest.
Right.
Because when I was really young, I just liked the game, I loved the game, so I just wanted to play first. Didn't have any goals, didn't have any targets. So I just came out, just played, just kept on playing. And then as I started winning on the national circuit, I started kept a goal in front of me that, okay, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to be one of the best junior first, then be a top amateur. So as I got into that, then I said, okay, I decided, my coach and myself decided, okay, it's time for us to, play a professional circuit. So let's turn professional. And before that, obviously from my parents the first part was not a great support, because when I said that I'm going to be playing golf, they said that no, you're not going to do that. It's typical that, born in a small village, what they want their son to do is about just get education done and then just go to school, and then after that, go to work and then just start earning monthly salary. That's what they like to do. That's a typical, in a village. Security, and so that your son is, well taken care and he's running good. So, but then, I told my parents that, I want to do something different. I want to do something in this game. So I really love the game and I have the confidence. Give me 6 months of chance so that at least let me start playing and then see how things goes.
Right.
And somehow I had to convince them, but didn't happen. I literally had to stay, I think probably 1 or 2 days, I didn't even eat food, so I was fasting literally. So then somehow I got permission. My sister helped me to, speak to my mother and then got me permission to play. And that was one of my very exciting day, I think, probably. And that's how I got permission from my parents, and that's how I started playing.
Absolutely. In 2010, you became the top amateur of the country, and that's when you turned into a pro as well, right? The very year after that.
After that, I turned professional in 2012 when I went for the Q school. So 2013 was my first season on professional tour, and 2014 is being the second season.
And the Indian Open was the transition phase for you?
Indian Open, absolutely. That's when I made a big call there.
Right.
When I did really well when I won the Indian Open as an amateur and finished 24th, I remember, on the pro circuit, and that's when I got a lot of confidence, and a lot of people said that, I think you have the capability of now turning pro. I think it's the good time for you to turn. So there was a lot of confidence. My game was top that time, and I just turned pro at the right time, talking to my coach and my friend Anirban Lahiri.
Right.
So that's how I started. That's how I turned professional.
Thank you for staying with us on Tea Time, and welcome back. We're still in conversation with the champion, with the pro, Chikarangappa. Now, Chikarangappa, you found a friend in Anirban Lahiri. How did that happen?
Probably when like I said, when I was 10 and a half, that's when I just started, hitting few balls in the driving range. And that's when even Anirban also shifted. I think probably he was 1 year earlier here. And since he's being new to this place and I'm since being a local here, and he came in, so met him, and then after that became friends, and then I was kind of being with him all the time, and
he was mentoring you?
He was mentoring me all the time, even till today.
Right.
And I would help from whichever part, because since he's living in a village, he never lived in a village, he doesn't exactly what to do.
Right.
So those kind of, so I got really close of, probably helping him, and he was helping towards my game, and probably helping with my language especially. My language is absolutely zero when I started, because like I said, when my coach told me you want to play golf, I didn't know what he was saying. So he helped me a lot with my language, and taught me how to eat and probably how to behave, how to dress myself, my coach and him, both of them. And that matters a lot, probably, I had so much of pressure when I see a media, because I would probably, be so psyched in front of media, I was not able to even speak a word because I don't know what to say.
Correct.
So those are the things, they made sure that I get the language right, and I eat, behave absolutely perfect. And this is a gentleman game, so you got to be behaving like a gentleman. So
Lovely.
they've taught me all that.
It's rather ironic because golf is an elitist sport.
Yeah.
It is patronized by the rich few in the country. The entry fee for a golf course is also very high. So
Yeah.
in terms of cost, it's very prohibitive. And then you have pros in the country really who are one of the best golfers like you, who come from humble backgrounds. Do you feel that golf today is it's possible for the masses also to come out and become like you, or are you one of the many few that have come out?
See, in India, we have many. For talent, I don't think there's no less. It's talent is in every village, in every road, every place we have talent.
Right.
But only thing is that we need a right support. The thing is that how it works out, because we don't have accessible for public ranges, we don't have public golf courses. For me to enter any other golf course, it would cost me 1,000 rupees just to play a round of golf on a weekday. And for me to just afford for a ball, it would cost me about 500 rupees. And where do I get that kind of financial support? So we have so many talented, but it's just that we don't have enough support from people. Like, I was very lucky enough to have golf course like this, have coach and friend like him, and foundation, where they came in at the right time and they everybody pitched at the right time, and that's where I was able and I was supported well, so that I was not worried about anything than playing golf.
Do you think the country has enough golf foundations today, or there's just one off like one started by Amit Luthra?
It's golf foundation. What they're doing is a fantastic job, but now slowly, what I can see that many people are planning to do that. And myself, in the future, that is even my plan, and that's what I tell a lot of people. Whoever I meet, I just keep on telling them, please put in some money for the foundation, and that's how a lot of young kids can get opportunities. And even myself, I came from there. And if you've seen so many people, it's not only it's not only me. There's so many people even in North India or everywhere. But it's just that we need the right amount of support.
Do you know about the story of Shubham Jaglan, who is
he's part of the foundation Rising Star,
right.
and heard a lot of about him.
Don't you think he's a rising star of the country?
Absolutely. He's doing amazing. He became the world champion at the age of 7, 8 or 9 probably. And he's playing some amazing golf, and it's so good to see that Golf Foundation is taking care of him really well and sending him for tournaments abroad at a very early age. That's what a player needs: exposure and experience. That's what brings out the best when you're under pressure. And like today, like Indian Golf Union has done a lot of things for us, sending us to various places and giving us an opportunity to play for India, and giving us, a great exposure and experience. That's how we were able to, kept on achieving. And that's when we started dreaming, okay, what we want to do in the future. And that's how we started.
Interesting. Now, you spoke about golf foundations, you spoke about support. Now, very important part of a support building process for any golfer, any sportsman for that matter, is the corporate money that flows in. Are you today being able to sustain yourself through the corporate sponsorship that you're getting, or do you think there's still a lack of it?
As I turned professional, again, I was really lucky, and Prestige, Smart Kitchen, they came forward. I just went up to sir and then spoke to him. He's such a sweetheart. He just straight away said that, I'm going to support you, doesn't matter what, you just go out there and play. And that's the kind of support which I got, and that's where I was able to play the Indian tour without any pressure, and that's where I was able to finish second in the order of merit in the first year of my career of professional. And today, I think probably I'm standing fourth and still running, have 3 wins under my belt, and then puts so much, there's no pressure for me to look at financial right now. So now I'm moving on to the next level, Asian Tour. Corporate, yes, we do need a lot of financial support for us to go abroad and play. And in India, India I've been taking it, but again, if I want to move on to the next level, I really need a lot of support, and corporate level, they need to go,
Welcome back to Tea Time. We're still in conversation with the pro golfer Chikarangappa. Now, do you think golf is a good profession now today, a financially viable profession? And this you're saying to many viewers who perhaps may just hear you out and think of taking it up professionally as well.
See, if I didn't decide that day, if I didn't come in here, if I didn't play, probably today I would have just got my education done, probably working in some under company, probably earning a salary of 15,000 or whatever. But I wouldn't have done anything for the country. As you're born in India, you must do something for the country. That was my first passion, was I want to do something for the country. Why are so many people are named as they've done so many things for India, and why can't I do myself or other people? So that was just a thing, that was just a passion. It was in me that I want to do something for the country. So I got an opportunity to play golf, and that's how I picked up, and then I did something for the country. I'm proud of myself that I did win some medal for India and got my flag right up there. If the same thing a lot of people do, and they have an opportunity to play for India and then make our country proud, and then you have a great career going ahead, you being a professional, and then you start, life absolutely changes. You travel all over the world, meet different people, you eat different food and different culture, and as you start working towards, as you start winning, as your success starts coming in over, you're absolutely seeing a different level which you never even dreamt about it.
Right, which means that golf is a sustainable profession,
Yes,
if you really
absolutely.
take it up
Yeah,
properly.
yeah.
And today the opportunities are quite good in this profession
Yes.
if the kids want to take it on seriously,
Yeah, like
without worrying about putting bread and butter on the table.
yeah, absolutely.
every day.
Because now, like I said, now people are willing to support. Now, since like we just spoke about Shubham and all these guys, so many young kids are coming up now. So there are people are interested to put some money in the foundation to support
Right.
people. So it's going, it's going a lot better. And the Indian Golf Union, they're also doing a great job of sending all our top juniors and amateurs to the various places to get experience and exposure.
Right. What about golf being added to the Olympics 2016? How do you think it will change the paradigm of the sport, and what are your plans for it as well as a player?
Like I said, I still have that one pain in me with me, that I did not make it into the Asian Games team. That's one pain is there even till today. That was one of my biggest goal in my career, and then I missed out on that, of not making into the team and not winning a medal. And that was one of my dream. And now I have another opportunity, that golf has been part of Olympic now, so it's going to be in 2016. That's where I'm looking at. That's where I'm working towards. Want to get into there and then get a medal for India. That's something. Getting a medal in Olympic is something amazing.
So, golf has really given you everything. It's given you your life, it's given you your profession, it's given you your social status, it's given you everything that you could ever dream of. And you obviously want to at some point give back to the sport as well. How are you planning? Public driving ranges, golf academies, junior golf programs? What is your plan of action in mentoring the sport and the junior talent that comes out of the country?
First thing is that I want to have a golf foundation first. I want to give, if not many, but few kids. I want to start with that. That depends on how I earn and how I go in my life, and then things go good, and then as I start earning, so that's when I want to have a golf foundation myself and support few kids. That's what I want to start. Just start with that, and later on see how things go around.
And about, sport management, really, coming back to where the money really comes from is also from talent management. A lot of companies today are signing on players as well. We know the top players in this country today have been signed on by companies. How about you now? I mean, you are being currently managed professionally, not yet, right?
Right now, not yet.
But you'd ideally like to.
I would like to have somebody so that takes away a little bit of more pressure from my side of me just going and looking and doing the talking. So that kind of takes away. So that kind of becomes
you focus on your playing.
Focus on my playing. So that's what a player needs. Like I said, as I turned professional, financially was supported well. So what I had to do is just focus on my game and play, and that's where I was able to just keep on performing.
And you want a back end of people who are managing your career.
Yeah, I would love to, and that would probably might push. I would probably take another step ahead of working a lot more harder on my game.
So now, tell me, which are from India, which are the golfers that you really look up to? We've not spoken about that. Anirban, of course, is your friend.
Anirban is...
I'm counting him out.
Yeah. You see, if you count him out, I think probably, Jeev sir, Jimil Singh. He's been the great ambassador. And recently, on Diwali day, when I was in Macau, so we just had dinner. So humble.
Yeah.
He's been the champion, played Masters, been
Right.
the top 50 in the world.
Right.
And he still is so humble. Is just looking at them, like there were people who was Jiv Milkha Singh, Shiv Kapoor, Rahil Ganji, Anirban Lahiri, SSP Chaurasia, all these guys. I mean, they are the top guys of Indian golf today. And I was having dinner with them as if like my close friends. like my best friends, how I had dinner with them, have a chat, laugh around. That Diwali day, they all invited us. We all went for dinner. They all called us. We went there, we had absolutely blast. And I can't even imagine how humble they are, even though they have achieved so much, but how connected they are, love each other, they're just absolutely so amazing to see that.
Golf brings a lot of humility in you as well, the game.
Absolutely. I think that if that is there, I don't think you will fall in anywhere. You'll just keep on going into that right place. You should not carry that being carrying a little bit of attitude or things like that. That probably might push you down later on. But being humble will always take you a long way.
Which are the other sports that you like, follow, play?
Cricket.
Really?
I love cricket.
They say good cricketers make good golfers, but I never knew good golfers make good cricketers also.
I love cricket, and especially test match. I love watching test matches.
You like the slow pace of...
Slow pace, and it's kinds of, what do you call patience, being patient. It teaches you a lot of things, being patient. Like, I've seen Rahul sir batting for hours and hours and hours and hours. He bats all day, all day. Imagine batting for hours all day. It's not easy. Being patient, standing there, not even scoring, just facing the ball every time, scoring every 5 balls, not easy.
All right, let's finish our game. Come.
Yeah. Nice.
All right, so on that wonderful note, Chikarangappa, thank you so much for taking time out and joining me on Tea Time today. It was a pleasure talking to you on the
Thank you so much. It was nice being on air, so it was really nice talking to you. So
and all the best for your career and for all the dreams, and hope they come true with the Olympics, the Asian Tour, and everything that we spoke about.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I'll be working towards. Thank you so much.
Good luck.
Yeah, thank you.
With that, it's a wrap from me, Chaiti Narula, on Tea Time. I'm going to see you next week again with another interesting guest. Of course, same time, same place. Until then, enjoy the flight of a good drive, and may the sport be with you.